Everybody, how's it going? This is No Bones About Wrestling. I'm one of your hosts, Asa. Hey, I'm going to be joined by Switch very soon. And tonight we are watching WWF Canadian Stampede on Peacock. It's WWF In Your House, Season 3, Episode 4. So on Peacock, you just need to search in yo, like IN space YO, and In Your House should come up. And it's season 3, episode 4 of In Your House. Just under 2 hour show. The In Your House pay-per-views were shorter than a standard pay-per-view. And they did these, and the first couple were just called In Your House, but then that got confusing, so they started naming them, giving them subtitles or whatever you want to call it. So this one was Canadian Stampede because it takes place in the Saddle Dome in Calgary, Alberta, Canada, home of the Hart family. And the main event is the Hart Foundation. You got Bret Hart, Owen Hart, who's one half of the tag team champions at the time, with Davey Boy Smith, the British Bulldog, who is also the European champion. And the three of them team up with Brian Pillman and former World Tag Team Champion Jim Neidhart. And they are taking on future World Champion Stone Cold Steve Austin, former Intercontinental Champion Goldust, future Intercontinental Champion Ken Shamrock, and former World Tag Team Champions the Legion of Doom, maybe better known as the Road Warriors, especially if you're a WCW NWA fan. So we got that. We got World Champion The Undertaker defending his belt against former WCW World Champion Big Van Vader. So that should be an interesting one. We have a battle of two future world champions as Mankind faces off against Hunter Hearst Helmsley. What else do we have? We have future light heavyweight champion Taka Michinoku taking on the Great Sasuke. And that may be it. There's another match. The Godwins face the new Blackjacks, and the Godwins, known in WCW as Tex Slazenger and Shanghai Pierce, and the new Blackjacks, one of them is JBL Bradshaw. That match may have been a dark match. I'm not sure, but that's what we have going on tonight. So it should be a good time. One of the interesting things about this pay-per-view is the Hart Foundation. They're heels everywhere else in the world, but in Canada, they're super baby faces. So they're the face team in the main event, and then the heel team is Stone Cold, Goldust, Ken Shamrock, and the Legion of Doom. They're the heels. So that's a weird kind of reversal. Also, we'll see Mankind versus Triple H. This may have been before DX formed. This show's from July of 1997. So I'm not quite sure if DX existed in July of '97. I don't think it did. And we have the Undertaker defending against Big Van Vader. I won't tell you who wins, but I'll tell you it was the wrong decision. How you doing? Can you hear me?
Yep, I can hear you, bro. Can you hear me? In a
Yep,
new
yep.
location today. Today, my daughter's birthday, so in a new location.
Oh, cool. Happy birthday to her. You hear me?
Yeah. Oh, yeah, I got you now.
Okay.
Oh, had to get this Chromebook set up right, but yeah, we good to go now, man. Y'all doing all right?
Yeah, man, doing well. Just stressing over moving and shit,
I already know, man.
It's a
It's a
pain.
lot. I
Well,
hate it, man.
yeah, I hate it. Well, we gotta get rid of a lot of stuff too, so that's kind of stressful trying to figure out what to get rid of and what to keep.
Yeah,
So, but anyways, that's what we got going on. How are you doing?
I'm good, man. Good, ready to relax and chill.
I hear you.
Do what we
Um,
do. Get ready for this Canadian Stampede that we about to
yep.
get.
Yeah, and for those of you, if you just joined us, we're watching In Your House on Peacock. It's In Your House, Season 3, Episode 4. If you search Canadian Stampede, you won't come up with it. So search In Your House, Season 3, Episode 4.
Yep.
Um, yeah, I was just going over how it's kind of strange. The Hart Foundation are super heels everywhere else, but the pay-per-views in Calgary, so they're the baby faces, and Stone Cold's team are the heels in the main event.
Man, it was so weird back then, but I loved it.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
loved it. This one, I think Brett was hot. Really, the Hart Foundation in a whole was hot at this time.
hmm Brett might have been. This might have been like peak Bret Hart, maybe.
Yeah.
Which is weird because he's older here. I mean, it's almost the tail end of his career, but I think this is where he just kept getting better. If you ask me, Bret Hart.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, he was like a master of his craft. It's so fun to watch him.
I'm
Some
not
of the
gonna lie, I was heartbroken when he did leave.
Yeah, WWF, yeah. Yeah, it was the end of an era. And here we're kind of in the Attitude Era and kind of not. It's a weird kind of middle ground,
Mm-hmm.
This is when WCW was beating Raw in the ratings every week with Nitro. Had a long winning streak. They won all of 1997, I think.
Something like that, yeah.
Something like that. They won a lot of weeks of 1997. I know that much. Nitro did. So WWF was in some trouble. Vince McMahon was worried that they might go out of business at this point if WCW kept going the way they were. Of course, it flip-flopped, and WWF bought WCW, but that's a different story for a different time. But yeah, I was telling the viewers, we got the 10-man tag main event. We got The Undertaker versus Big Van Vader. We got what should be a really good one, Taka Michinoku versus the Great Sasuke.
Oh yeah.
That's gonna be good. When we got Mankind versus Triple H, and then there's the Godwins and the New Blackjacks, which I think might have been a dark match. So I don't think
Okay.
we're gonna. I think we just got 4 matches.
Yeah, I don't remember seeing the Blackjacks on that pay-per-view.
Yeah, so I think we just got 4 matches because the main event goes for what I think, like with entrances, it's probably like 40 minutes.
Yeah, because I think each one, especially for the Hart Foundation, each one gets a little entrance.
But
I think they gave Triple H and Mankind a lot of time too.
Yeah. Okay. But yeah, I haven't seen this show it's been a long time since I've seen this show. I bet it's been, I don't even know, 15 years, 20 years or something since I've seen this show.
Mm-hmm.
So that'll be cool. It'll be going back, really going back because I know who wins the main event, but I don't know who wins anything else.
Yeah,
Oh
all
no,
I
that's not
remember is the
true.
main
That's
event.
not true. I know who wins 2 of the matches, and the other 2 I don't know.
Yeah, I remember the main event, but I don't remember who won the rest of
them. Yeah, I'm looking forward to Undertaker and Vader. I don't remember this match, so it could be really good, or it could be not a good mixture of styles. We'll see.
Only thing that worries me with that, Taker didn't really have too many good matches with big guys.
Right.
So I'm not expecting a whole lot because even in his podcast, he said he really didn't care for working with the big guys because it didn't work for him. Like you see, a lot of his best matches was with like Shawn, Brett, so.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, where he's like, excuse me, where he's like big guy versus faster guy or smaller guy. Yeah, that's definitely true.
Yeah, I can't even really think of a Taker match where he fought somebody that was big that I actually was like, oh yeah, you got to go see that match. If I was to pick anything, it might be him and Kane, maybe, and even those won't barn burners.
Right. Well, speaking of barn burners, the one that was almost literally a barn burner, they had that Inferno match at Unforgiven in '98. I think it was April '98. I think might have been February. It was right around WrestleMania 14, so it was either February or April '98. They had an Inferno match, which was the first one ever where, like, every time they did a big move, flames would shoot up from ringside. They had, pyro set up all around the ring. That was pretty cool.
Yeah, but they said oxygen. They was lacking oxygen in the middle of that ring, though.
Yeah, very dangerous.
They didn't realize how hot it was going to get.
Mm-hmm. I feel like we would never see that today. I don't think so.
I don't put nothing past AEW.
Well, that's probably fair. After this past weekend, yeah.
Yeah.
That's probably true. So for those of you who just joined in, we're going to start in just a minute or two. We're watching In Your House Season 3, Episode 4, Canadian Stampede. But on Peacock, you just need to search In Yo, IN space YO, and In Your House will come up. And then it's Season 3, Episode 4 we're watching tonight. So if you put in Canadian Stampede, it will not come up. I'm glad I checked on that earlier today. um, but yeah, I guess we'll go ahead and get started. I said about everything I want to say about the show. You got anything you want to say before we start?
Ah, man, I'm ready for a barn burner.
All right.
Where's Sis at?
Oh, she's been doing a like a workshop all this week for science teachers, and she has homework. So
Gotcha.
yeah, she's doing her homework.
I like that you threw the old logo up in the back.
Yeah, I was trying to find some Canadian Stampede ones, but I couldn't find like a good high quality one, so I just said logo. Yeah.
There was always a good, I don't know who did it, but it was a sign that they had with the Heart Foundation with their backs turned, and I guess they're like pissing on the American flag or something like that.
Oh my Lord.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure they'll show it in this daggone in this show. But they had some crazy signs for them, man. But the way the sign was drew, it was nice, man.
Yeah, people really came out for Brett. I mean, he was a Canadian hero, really.
Yeah, but the way they flipped that to be a heel everywhere else but in Canada, that was kind of before its time back then, man.
Yeah, that'll be interesting to see. Well, that's kind of the way Jerry Lawler did it, where he was a face in Memphis and a heel everywhere else.
See, I got to go back and watch some of that Memphis stuff, man.
Oh man, that stuff's so good. It's so good. Like that 1980s USWA stuff. That's good stuff, man. They did a lot of like groundbreaking angles and things that you still see repeated now. They were the first ones to do a lot of different things. And for those of you, I finally watched it. Excuse me. For those of you, if you watch the Dark Side of the Ring, Eddie Gilbert, you'll see them talk about USWA a bit, where he was the booker and talk about some of the decisions he made and some of the angles he ran and stuff. That's a good Dark Side of the Ring. I'm still trying to catch up on this year's, but that was a good one. That was interesting.
Yeah, you got some good stuff to watch coming up.
All right, but yeah, let's start, everybody. I'm gonna do a countdown: 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Press play, and then we all press play at the same time. And talk to us during the show. Let us know what you think about stuff, and we will talk back to you. Believe it or not. So yeah, In Your House, Season 3, Episode 4. And somebody else just joined us, so I'll tell them real quick. In Your House on Peacock. It's In Your House, Season 3, Episode 4. And we're going to get started in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Press play. See, and I was telling people this show's only an hour 48 minutes. The In Your House shows were shorter than the rest of the pay-per-views.
Yeah.
Oof.
For nearly a decade,
Yeah, this was Stone Cold was big, and he was just getting ready to blow up.
Yep. That's why it felt so weird watching the jump, because you had people booing them and stuff.
Yeah. It's a weird team, the heel team in this. Stone Cold, Goldust, Ken Shamrock, and the Legion of Doom.
Yeah, Ken Shamrock was the one I could remember.
Yeah, never saw them before. Never saw them together before or after this.
So,
I'm not sure how it came out that those 5 were the team. I'm not sure, but that's the team. So here we go. In your house. That's the standard in your house set. Supposed to be like in your living room kind of thing. But yeah, the in your house pay-per-views, that's when WWF went from doing 5. They had Royal Rumble, WrestleMania, King of the Ring, SummerSlam, Survivor Series. They went from doing 5 to doing I'm not sure exactly how many, but more. Maybe they would have 5 in your houses a year, maybe do 10 total. And then eventually they would have an in your house pretty much every month that they didn't have one of the big 5.
Yeah, I don't even think it started off that much because I know Eric Bischoff with WCW, he had started doing like a pay-per-view every month.
Mm-hmm.
I can't remember when he had started that, but he was the first one to start that. And then WWF started picking up and doing the monthly things. You might have been right. Maybe about 4 or 5 a year in between.
So who have we got here? Jim Ross, Jerry Lawler, Vince McMahon. Yeah,
Is it Vince?
that's Vince? Yeah, I think so. Yes, it is.
That Vince used to comment.
So
Or
yeah,
try to anyway.
Yeah, I like his commentary. I mean, I hate to say good things about the guy, but
Yeah.
I like him on commentary. So here we go. We got King of the Ring, the reigning King of the Ring, Triple H, taking on Mankind. So yeah, the Godwins and the New Blackjacks was a dark match. It was on the Free for All, which is the show that they would show before the pay-per-view.
Can't remember. So this was before DX really formed, right?
Yeah, that's what I was saying, but went earlier. I couldn't remember if they formed yet, but he's still doing his snob gimmick, you know.
Yeah, I think this was when Sean was gone for a little bit.
Yeah, he's not on the show, so I assume he was out.
Just think, this is the guy that's running WWE now.
I know, right? It's still weird to me. He's not doing a very good job of it, I don't think. But you know, wrestling's subjective, you know.
Lately, he hasn't. Like, I felt like when Vince had first stepped down,
Yeah,
Triple H had him doing all right. But bro,
yeah.
lately, like you said, I still watching stuff, but it's hard.
I bet.
It's hard, man.
I
If
bet.
it weren't for the fact that I could rewind it in the morning, I don't think I could put up with it.
Yeah, yeah. I don't even know what they're doing. I still see it. I mean, it's hard to be on X and not see WWE stuff. So I still kind of know what's going on, but I don't watch it. You know, we don't watch it anymore. This is when Mick Foley really started to take off too. Really got a lot of fans in WWF.
Mm-hmm.
When they started showing the videos of him like as a kid, as Dude Love and all that stuff, you know.
Yeah, it took off when he had that sit down interview with Jim Ross, one of the best interviews I've ever seen.
True, true. Yeah, there's a really good VHS they put out. What's it called? It's about Mick Foley. It might be called. Now, forgive me if I'm wrong. It might be called The Three Faces of Foley. I don't know, but there's a Mick Foley VHS that's really good, and it has that sit down interview on it.
I think I have the DVD of that. I'm gonna have to look in my little stash. I think you're right though.
Oh, I didn't know it was on DVD. I might have to get that. And here comes Mankind, taking it right to Triple H. I'm not a big Triple H fan, but I bet this match will be pretty good. These two work together pretty well, I thought.
I never really was either.
Yeah.
And I couldn't tell you why.
got a really boring offense. Triple H does. He's not a bad seller, but just offensively, he doesn't have it.
Yeah.
I mean, he's got the mic, he's got the selling, but just no offense. Nothing exciting that he does. To me, I know he's a legend. I know that's an unpopular opinion, but out of all the WWE legends, he's one. I don't get it. I don't get it. But that's one of those things. We don't all have to like the same people. That would be boring if we all like the same people. In WCW, that would have been a disqualification right there.
Yep. That mess.
So I think
them mats ain't really do nothing. You still got concrete underneath them little mats, man.
Yeah.
And that daggone elbow off of there, all that just landing on your hip, your side. I'm surprised Foley ain't in worse shape than what he is.
So am I, man. So am I. It might really catch up with him in about 15 years or so.
You think he's still going to try to come back and have one more match?
He said he changed his mind. I hope he doesn't.
Okay.
I just let it be. You made it this far with doing crazy shit and not killing yourself. Just don't risk it. Just let it be. His career speaks for itself. He doesn't need a send off.
He don't.
Doesn't need it. Yeah, I think next week we'll either watch, for those of you just joining us, we're watching In Your House, Season 3, Episode 4. That's how it's listed on Peacock. Just search In Yo, I-N space Y-O, and then it's Season 3, Episode 4. In Your House will come up. Click that. And it's Season 3, Episode 4, The Canadian Stampede. And we are 9 minutes and 2 seconds in. I think next week we might watch a Great American Bash, like maybe an NWA one or maybe a WCW one.
I'm good with that.
Maybe that or maybe an ECW Heat Wave. And if we don't watch Heat Wave next week, we'll definitely watch it the week after.
Sweet.
We'll fit an ECW July pay-per-view in there. And then in August we'll be watching a couple SummerSlams and a couple WCW Hog Wild and Road Wild. They called it. Yeah. With all the bikers in Sturgis, South Dakota. So we'll split. We'll probably split between those. Like I said, do a couple SummerSlams and a couple Road Wilds. Oh, Mankind cheating there, and then China cheats. And coming up, I'll go over the schedule later, but we're not doing some of the shows we usually do. Like I said, we're in the middle of moving, K Fabulous and I. So if the schedule gets off, I'm sorry. That's just how it is right now. One thing we do have scheduled coming up Tuesday at 7 p.m. Switch and I are going to interview the Cat Ernest Miller. So that's going to be awesome. Former WCW and WWE star. Eric, what's up, man? It says nice old school WWF logo. Thank you. Yes, yeah, looks good.
Yeah, so for that, I think I'm gonna probably write up maybe about 5 or 6 questions.
Yeah,
and I'm gonna let you do what you do, and I will be there to support you with it, man. How we do,
Well, you should ask him your questions, and I'll ask him my
questions.
Yeah. We'll go over it before, so we don't look like idiots. We'll go over it before,
Yeah.
Before we do it,
I did send I sent a message to Lash LaRue, so.
Oh, nice.
Fingers crossed.
Yeah, man, that'd be great. Yeah, so Mondays we do a show called Monday Night Russo, where we're watching through the Vince Russo WCW era. And this Monday, we're watching WCW Thunder from November 4th, 1999. Monday at 7:55. And then Tuesday at 7, interview with the Cat Ernest Miller, the biggest name we've ever had on this show, that's for sure. The second wrestler we've interviewed, and definitely the biggest guest we've had, for sure. So very cool. All thanks to Switch reaching out.
Hey, if you didn't do that, didn't come up with that Russo series, wouldn't be happening. I wouldn't even have thought about it, man.
Sure.
Wouldn't
Yeah, the
have
other
thought about it.
the biggest I've invited on the show who have not come, I invited Vince Russo twice, and he said no. He only does paid appearances. And I invited Adam Baum, and I know, I wanted to talk to him. Brian Clark in WCW, Adam Baum in WWF.
Yeah.
I'm a big fan of his, and he didn't answer me. I talked to him, but then a couple times, and then when I asked if he'd be on the show, he didn't answer me. So I took that as a no. We are doing an interview with Justin Credible August 5th. So that's coming up, and that'll be on the schedule too soon. He is infamous for canceling shit, so we'll see if that actually happens or not. But
Right.
but I have talked to him, and it's August 5th. I kind of am doubtful it's going to happen, but he told me August 5th, so we'll see.
Yeah.
We'll see.
Yeah.
I tried to have him on the show once, and he canceled. So I reached back out to him and I asked, would he come on? So hopefully he doesn't cancel twice. If he does, then that's it.
Yep.
That's it for Justin Credible.
Then we ain't going for no 3 jumps.
No.
Shoot, it'd be nice to talk to your boy though, man. I wouldn't mind talking to him for a good 45 minutes, man. That was it, JP?
JP Lehman?
Yes, man.
Yeah.
I was impressed, man.
He looks good. Well, I mean, like I said, he was a backyard wrestler, so he's been doing it since we were like 16 years old, you know?
Bro,
so I didn't know he was
at that desk, you would not think it. Not think it.
Nope. No, you wouldn't. He looks old, dude. He's the same age as we are.
He looks older than us, man.
He looks old.
But the way he was walking out, that character fits, man. It fits.
Yeah. Oh, he's so good at selling stuff, man. Like, even in the backyard wrestling days, he had it. Like, he had it. You know what I mean? He could get his character across, and was a good seller, good at wrestling. I mean, you can see it all there. He was like that when we were like 16, 17, 18 years old.
Mm.
But yeah, so for those of you who wonder what the hell we're talking about, I found out a guy I did backyard wrestling with 22 years ago. I found out he's an independent wrestler named JP Lehman, Lehman. So give him a look in the Charlotte, North Carolina area. And yeah, I'm definitely going to see him soon, as soon as he gets a show booked. He said he might be trying to get one in Winston-Salem, so maybe we'll get to see him.
Not too far from y'all.
See him here. Well, no, we live in Winston-Salem.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, but we're moving to Archdale, so it's like 40 minutes.
Yeah, still ain't bad.
For those of you just joining us, thank you. And we're watching In Your House, Season 3, Episode 4. And so on Peacock, just search IN space YO. And it's Season 3, and click on In Your House, and Season 3, Episode 4. And we are 15 minutes and 42 seconds in. Watching Mankind versus Triple H.
Mankind go at it.
Mm-hmm. Been pretty good.
Yeah.
Pretty good. Non-stop. Oh.
Gosh, China was cut up.
Yeah, man. The only woman to hold a traditionally men's title in WWF. She was the Intercontinental Champion.
And is she the only woman to win the men's Royal Rumble?
Wait, did she win the Royal Rumble? No.
Did she?
I don't think so, dude.
Okay.
I don't think so. She was in it, but I'm pretty sure.
In it. Yeah, in
Yeah.
it. I don't think she won it. You're right.
Nah. But she was in it, yeah. I mean, China would traditionally go up against men, and I didn't really have a problem with it at all, you know? I mean, it was different. It was something different, you know?
Yep, put her against the right ones, like her and Jericho,
Yep.
Double J,
Hmm.
Eddie.
Yeah, right. I mean, she had a better physique than some of the men on the roster, you know?
Yeah.
So made sense. I mean, why not? In AAA in Mexico, they do men versus women. That's more, uh, they'll have like a mixed tag, and as opposed to the companies here, you know, where it's like the men fight the men, the women fight the women. Everybody fights everybody in AAA.
Mm-hmm.
So you'll see women beating up on men all the time down there, and vice versa too, which is it's kind of weird to see. Because the women I'm talking about don't look like China.
Nah.
They're just like regular women wrestlers. So it's kind of weird when you first see it. Watch out, clothesline by China.
Stiff clothesline.
Mm-hmm.
But Foley had said in the interview, he told China, it was like, anytime you hit me, you hit me.
Yeah.
Don't you hold back. You hit me. I'd rather it hurt and look good than be some potato shot.
Yeah.
I think this was one of the pay-per-views that my mama actually let me buy.
Oh, yeah?
Back then, you know, you could get the pay-per-views, but it would be staticky if you didn't
I
pay
know.
for it on the search.
That's how I watched. That's how I watched most of them. Yeah, if you're not as old as us,
this live.
Yeah, if you're not as old as us, pay-per-view back in the day, if you turned it to the pay-per-view channel, you would get a messed up image where like every like 1 second out of every minute you would see a clear picture.
Mm-hmm.
But you get a messed up image, but you could hear the audio perfectly.
Clear.
And you could at all times you could see like probably like a third of the picture clearly.
Yeah.
But the audio was perfect. It wasn't messed up at all. You could hear the whole show. So that's how a lot of us used to watch pay-per-views, because
you had JR and King on commentary, so you could keep up.
Right. They're great commentators, and you knew what was going on, and yeah, you know, it wasn't
man,
like
we
Peacock.
showing our age, man. We showing our age.
Yeah. It wasn't like Peacock where you get all the pay-per-views. You know, we used to have to convince our parents, oh yeah, it's $30. Please buy it. And it's like they ain't paying no $30 for 3 hours of wrestling, you know?
Mm-hmm. And that was for the main pay-per-views, because I think these shows started off at $19.99, I think.
I think you're right. Yeah, when I was a kid, I got very few pay-per-views.
Yeah.
Very few. And then when I started making my own money, when I started working, then I got every pay-per-view.
Mm-hmm.
A bunch of us would get together, it'd be like 8 of us would pool our money, and then that way you only got to pay like $4 a piece or something, you know?
Yeah, see, back then I only had like 2 friends that was really down for wrestling. It would be me and my brother, and then my boy and his brother. Yeah, that little staticky channel that used to get me through.
Yep. But yeah, back in the day, I got every WWF and ECW pay-per-view. I didn't get most of the WCW ones. I wanted to, but most people didn't care about WCW. Most of my friends didn't. So that was another one. I wasn't going to pay $30 for, for a pay-per-view. I wasn't making that much money.
So Eric is asking, do you think AEW needs to have 2-night pay-per-views? Eric, let me tell you. Me, Ace, and the crew watched this last pay-per-view, and that was a little over 6 hours with 10 matches, Ace?
I think that's right.
With 10 matches. So I honestly don't think they need to
9 matches.
9 matches, unless they're gonna do like WWE and break it up with like 5 here and 5 there. But if they're gonna do 2 nights of 6 hours of straight wrestling, it's a hard watch, man.
Yeah, I would say did the match end? Somebody won.
out of nowhere.
I'll have to look up what happened. I don't know. Somebody won, yeah, out of nowhere. Uh, I hate two night pay per views, just personally. I think it makes the event seem less special because for me, a pay per view still it should be the best of the best in the company fighting, or
Yep.
and the best storylines that are happening right then on display. And when you have it 2 nights, everybody on the rosters on the pay per view, it doesn't make it feel as special to me.
Yeah.
And I like it when pay per views still feel like big special events. So I don't like WWE doing 2 night pay per views. I definitely don't want AW to do a 2 night pay per view. And like Switch said, if they're going to do a 6 hour show, which I hope they never do again,
Yeah.
uh,
Right.
I mean that's just
London's going to be big.
yeah, yeah, that's going to be a long show. If All In is that long, I don't really have a problem with it, but they do a lot of pay per views like 4.5 hours and shit,
Yeah.
I think maybe 4 hours should be about the max for a pay per view. But that's just me. I know a lot of people are like, well, if I'm paying all that money, give me 6 hours. So I get that. I get that argument. You get more bang for your buck, so to speak. But I love wrestling, but 6 hours, that's a little at one time, that's a little too much.
And then not only that, bro, the crowd plays a huge part in these wrestling shows.
Right.
And with them things being 6 hours, I think that might have, granted, it still was in the US, that might have been the problem with AEW this weekend. It was too long for the crowd. So
Yeah.
a lot of times when you think they should have been into it, they wasn't into it.
Well, that's we were commenting on that during the show, and I saw several people say, "Well, I was there and the crowd was great." So I heard it didn't come across well on TV, but the crowd
That's why
was
I was
great.
asking, was that dome open?
Yeah, so I don't know. Maybe it's just the fact that it was a dome was taking some of the sound. I don't know. I don't know.
Look, you got the Heart Foundation all together, dripped in gold.
I'm gonna look up and see who won that match real quick because I missed it.
And that's not Michael Freeberg, y'all. Right here, his name is Doc Hendricks. The stuff that Vince McMahon would do, y'all, I'm telling y'all. Doc Hendricks. No, that is Michael freaking Freeberg, not no Doc Hendricks.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Eric saying having SummerSlam 2 nights is a joke. Yeah, that's just. I love the SummerSlam pay-per-views, but SummerSlam is not WrestleMania.
Right.
It's not. It's never have been. Gosh, I forgot all about this dude.
Double disqualification.
Taka. Oh my gosh. Whatever happened to Taka?
I think he went back to Japan.
Hey. Taka was kind of ahead of I don't know if he was ahead of his time or Vince just didn't know how to use these lightweights the way that Eric did in WCW.
They didn't try as much. They didn't have as many either. Bischoff signed up a lot of the best ones. But this should be good. Honestly, this might be the match of the night. For those of you just joining us, we're watching In Your House, Season 3, Episode 4 on Peacock. Just search In Yo, IN space YO. In Your House will come up. Click it. Season 3, Episode 4. And we are 23 minutes. Wait, no. We are 25 minutes and 42 seconds in.
Look at this. Mankind and Triple H still fighting.
Still going. Yeah, got a double DQ. I don't know how they both got disqualified. I totally missed that, but that was a good match. Mankind having a fight off China and Triple H. Yeah, Eric, I agree. SummerSlam 2 nights they're making a fuck ton of money, so I get it. I don't like it. That's all. I totally understand it, but I don't like it at all. It's the same. I'll say the same thing about WrestleMania. It shouldn't be everybody on the fucking roster is on the show. It's WrestleMania. It's supposed to be the best you got. It doesn't mean you need to do 5 4-way tags and a battle royal and this and everybody's on the show. Just give the best versus the best. That's what it should be. That's what it used to be. And it's not that anymore. Now it's everybody's on the show. So here we got Takumi Shinoku in the black and blue against the great Sasuke in the ninja costume. Or whatever he is. I guess he's a ninja.
Something like that.
So this should be pretty good here. I think the best match will either be this or the main event, I think.
It's got to be a. Look at Lil Taka.
Yeah, Vince McMahon was so obsessed with, bigger wrestlers.
Yeah.
That he didn't, even when they had the light heavyweight belt, it wasn't a big, they didn't make a big deal out of the division,
Nope.
And then eventually he brought 205 Live, which was one of the best shows. Excuse me, was maybe the best show WWE was doing at that point, if you ask me.
Yeah, I
Wrestling
was rocking with
wise,
205 for a while.
205 Live was awesome, and now they don't even have the cruiserweight title anymore. So I just, I don't like it.
Which is amazing. They do not have that title.
Yeah, I wish, here's the thing. I kind of wish AEW would do a cruiserweight title, but a lot of their even bigger stars are cruiserweights. They'd have to drop the weight down to like 205 or 190 or something.
Yeah, a lot of their guys. We realized that this past weekend they're small.
They're smaller. Yeah.
They're small. Yeah. But even with that though, AEW got all these daggone belts. It's hard to even keep up. Now you got.
Oh, it's too many. I mean, you'd have to get rid of one or two to have a cruiserweight. I'm not advocating more belts. I want to get rid of some and then have a cruiserweight.
Would you get rid of the TNT?
Hell yes. Hell yes. You should have like the world, the unified, the cruiserweight, the tag, and the trios. So 5, I think, would be enough. But instead, we got the world, the tag, the trios, the international, the continental, the unified, the TNT. We got 7 men's belts and then 2 women's belts, so 9. And they're about to add women's tag titles, so I have 10 titles in AEW. That's too many. That's ridiculous.
And that's not counting Ring of Honor stuff that comes over.
Right. And they got 4 belts there, so we got 14 titles. That's ridiculous. Like I said, I think doing like world. I would even say if you're not going to do a cruiserweight, do like a lucha libre title. I would be down with that. Do like a world unified cruiserweight or lucha libre tag trios, and then women's. I would get rid of the TBS title and then do a women's tag. So 7 instead of 10 is what I would cut it to at least.
Now, a women's tag, I'm kind of starting to get in favor of, being that they're starting to build that women's division up more now. I can rock with that. But let's see, you said you got the TBS, so you say the work for the women's just the world and the tag belts?
That's what I would do, yeah. I don't think, as
you
little
don't think
women's
you don't think they need a chaser belt like how WWE has the Intercontinental?
Nah. They should all be just chasing that one belt. That's what I think. And really make that the focus of the women's division, as it should be. Yeah, I think, they only have, 2 women's matches per show, and one of them's usually a tag team match. You don't need 3 belts,
Mm-hmm.
I don't think so. I'm fine with it now, but if they're adding tag titles, I say get rid of the TBS. They won't. They won't, but that's what I would do. That's what I would do. Here comes Sasuke. Bam. Oh, missed him.
Landon didn't look good.
No. Missed him, too. Oh, that kick landed though.
Oh, they ain't gonna show Taka flying.
Yeah, Taka was kind of ahead of his time. He was one of the best wrestlers WWF had.
Bro,
Um,
imagine if he would have been in WCW.
exactly. Yeah, he would have been at the top of the cruiserweight division for several times.
Come on now, him and Ray having matches, two and two.
Psychosis.
Yes,
Eddie was cruiserweight. Jericho.
Eddie. Yep.
That cruiserweight division in WCW was the best thing.
Like I honestly, other than the NWO thing, I think the way that Eric did the cruiserweight is probably one of the best things he's ever done.
Yeah, the cruiserweights and the lucha libre guys.
Mm-hmm.
That was my favorite. Nice. That was my favorite part of WCW around this time, late '90s, were the cruiserweights and the luchadors. I mean, I liked a bunch of the other guys too. Don't get me wrong; it's not like that stuff was bad or the main event scene was bad, but the cruiserweight scene, oh, that was nice. That was nice. But the cruiserweight scene was always better than the heavyweight scene.
Yeah.
Because of the people we just named. You'd have like, instead of having like Hogan versus whatever, say Hogan versus Piper, 45-year-old Hogan and 40-year-old Piper, you'd have, Chris Jericho versus Rey Mysterio and shit. I mean, there's just, and I enjoy the Hogan Piper old men feud. Nothing against it, just it doesn't compare when you can do like Eddie Guerrero versus Rey Mysterio or Jericho versus Rey Mysterio.
The wrestling. That's what Eric Bischoff was giving you in the beginning. He was giving you wrestling. Then when it came to like the older guys, I think it was more about storytelling and wow factor type shit.
Exactly. Exactly. Yeah, it was a good WCW is a great balance. It was like a buffet.
Mm-hmm.
You had the luchadors and the cruisers. You had like the mid card guys, and you had the main eventers, which mostly were older guys who people, frankly, is what people wanted to see.
Yep.
They wanted to see Hogan, Piper, Savage, Flair. They wanted to see those guys, the big names. And then you, of course, still had like Sting, Goldberg, Kevin Nash up in the scene too, Lex Luger,
DDP, yep.
DDP, and Luger and DDP were a little older too. I mean, but they were all big names, except DDP wasn't that big a name quite yet. But they were all big names. So
how are these guys not gassed? Grid. Yeah. That was a sequence right there.
Yeah, this match has been great. The crowd's digging it too. Oh, I think he just said it's their debut in the WWF. Seemed like he meant both of them.
That might be right around this time. I know Taka had went on a bit of a winning streak. He was winning matches left and right.
Mm-hmm.
Remember what his setup was before he would do it? The little
What?
The setup he would do before his jump, the little driver jump.
Oh yeah. So the light heavyweight title, they did the tournament. The final was December 7th of '97. So 5 months after this, they started light heavyweight division, and Taka was the first champion.
Yep. Boom. There you go.
And he held it for 10 months when he won it.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. He was just beating people left and right.
Mm-hmm. Had only 3 light heavyweight champions in WWF. Taka Michinoku, he lost it to Christian October 18th, 98, who lost it to Dwayne Gill November 17th, 1998.
Yeah. so you know they wasn't taking that seriously.
Right. And then that was it. He was the last light heavyweight champion until they brought the cruiserweight title, whenever that was.
For y'all that don't know who Dwayne Gill is, they had him coming out as Gilbert, a ripoff of Goldberg. Just he would come out with little sparklers instead of fireworks and stuff.
That was so funny. Well, that was a hell of a match there.
Yes, that was. Dang, I thought Taco was gonna win that jump.
Me too. So yeah, for those of you with us watching In Your House, season 3, episode 4, and we are at 37 minutes and 42 seconds. So we only got 4 matches on this show. Next, we got the world title match, and then the main event.
Yeah, like we said, these pay-per-views, these In Your Houses should go by pretty quick.
Yeah, shorter than an episode of Nitro.
Pretty quick. And then they went from In Your Houses, then they just started naming them like Bad Blood.
Rock Bottom.
You call Rock Bottom. I think DX had a pay-per-view.
Yep. That was December 97, I think, was it? D-Generation X. Oh, yeah, I got my...
What you got now? Spoiled ass.
I just don't spend my money wisely, that's all. Laying over here, I got my DX jersey.
Oh, you would. You would. You just rubbing it in. That's all you're doing.
69, man.
Uh-huh.
Degenerate on the back. And then Suck It and DX on the front.
Do you know how bad I wanted that? Mama was like, boy, I will beat your ass.
Yeah, my mom wouldn't buy it for me. That's why I bought it this year.
But anything Stone Cold, she would do, because that was Mama loved her some Stone Cold.
Yeah, back then, my mom liked Mick Foley. I don't think she liked Stone Cold because he drank so much beer, honestly. I mean, she didn't like hate him or anything, but I think that's why she didn't get on the bandwagon. She liked Shawn Michaels and Mick Foley. And in this era. And The Undertaker. I think she liked him all right. She would watch with me sometimes.
Michael Biker Likers.
She went to a couple shows with me when I was like under 16, you know?
Word, that's what's up.
Went to a couple house shows and went to we saw King of the Ring 99 was in Greensboro, North Carolina. That was the only pay-per-view I've been to. That's when Billy Gunn won King of the Ring.
Paul Bearer.
Yes, yes, yes.
You might need to shave and try to do that joint one time for October, bro.
Well, Kay and I were talking about maybe doing Paul Bearer and The Undertaker.
Uh-huh.
So I think we may do that. I would do the traditional Paul Bearer with the white face paint.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. God damn.
Vader, this is my boy.
Everything he did looked so believable.
Yeah. Yeah. For me, I mean, my favorite big man, definitely.
It's time. And he had a smoothness about him with his entrance when he would come in throwing up the V's like this and strutting to the side and stuff. I used to love it, man.
Oh. And he had He had that helmet with the shoulder pads
Oh
and the
yeah,
helmet.
when he came to
Remember that?
WC, that jump was fire, man. And it would blow like the little smoke out of it too when he came.
Yep.
Man, they were so terrified of him back then.
K Fabulous is still. She said Vader scares her.
Yeah, I hate the way that they did him in WWE, man.
Yeah, yeah,
Hate it.
yeah. Me too.
Like I love Sean to death, but it was Sean's fault. A lot of it. A lot of it was Sean's fault why Vader didn't get over and stuff.
Huh? Why you say that? Just backstage
Yeah,
stuff, or
backstage stuff. Backstage stuff. It was one match where they had fought. I can't remember if it was in your house or not, but Vader had did something wrong in the ring, messed up a little bit, and Sean like literally in the middle of the ring, just yelling at him like, "You stupid, you fucked up and stuff." Went backstage, complained to Vince McMahon, and that was the end of his push. Man, they started teaming him up with Yoko, and he was losing and stuff. But yeah, all that came from Shawn Michaels, man. That click shit was real back then, man.
oh yeah,
It was real. They could make you or break you. You know, that's something that fucking Justin Credible could talk about, because he was like sort of a fifth member of the clique. They just never talk about Justin being in that joint, but Justin was part of them fools too before he went to ECW.
The other day, I was watching some 1993 Raws, and I saw, talking about Justin Credible, I saw Yokozuna versus PJ Walker, which that was Justin Credible when he was an enhancement talent.
What was his name when he had the little jock strap joint on?
Aldo Montoya.
Yeah.
The Portuguese man of war, Aldo Montoya. Who I liked. I thought he was one of my favorites when I was a kid, because he was like a superhero.
It was something different. Yeah, it was something different, man.
Yeah. Yellow and green and red, came out, and they look cool,
Tell me, though, do you give The Undertaker the greatest entrance of all time, or do you have somebody else?
It's got to be The Undertaker. It's got to be. Yeah, it's got to be The Undertaker. Sandman is pretty good. Sandman's pretty good. That would be close. I mean, Sandman's chugging like 4 beers on the way to the ring and shit,
Yeah.
Smoking a cigarette, Enter Sandman blaster.
On his head.
Yeah, I know. That's a great entrance. Undertaker, Ultimate Warrior. I mean, just that music and him running to the ring, it gets you fired up. And I gotta go with Hogan.
Yeah, when his music hit,
yeah,
y'all can say what y'all want to say about Hogan, but especially the '80s Hogan, won't nobody seeing him. As soon as that music hit, you want to see a crowd go crazy. You want to see a pop. You see a pop.
And the biggest entrance pops I've ever heard are for Stone Cold, like in person. I mean, Stone Cold.
I was just about to say, even through TV, I was going to say Stone Cold.
I wouldn't put him up there with best entrances. I mean, there wasn't anything special. I mean, people went nuts. People went nuts, yeah.
But there's so many different ways Taker did his entrances, especially for WrestleMania. It's like, it was one jump that he had came out to. You could see the silhouette of him, and then at his feet, you could see like all the people like trying to reach up for him, like demons reach up for him. I thought that shit was so sweet, man.
It was cool, yeah.
There go my belt. I love that belt. You know what? You just wait.
Yeah.
You talk about spending money for no reason. That's one thing I'm gonna spend me money on. I'm gonna have me one, and it's gonna be that one.
That's a good one, man. That's my favorite WWF
that winged
title.
eagle is a mother. Think about how long he was in and the way he evolved that character. You would not think that character would have this long of a shelf life, bro. He made that jump work. After I think what was it, Bill Watts or Ole said, "You will never make money in this business, pal."
Yep. One of them, one of those two. In WCW, he was Mean Mark Callis. And we saw him a couple weeks ago on a WCW show. I forget what show it was, but we saw him maybe a couple months ago, maybe. Yeah, Mean Mark Callis, and he was a short red hair. I liked Undertaker until he did the biker gimmick, and then I was out. I did not like that at all, man. They ruined
I
that
could
his character.
understand him trying to change up a little bit, but it was
Yeah.
too much from the character I grew up with.
Right.
But see, stuff like that didn't bother me as much as him changing the attire. Like this attire, I didn't like this attire. I liked
This one?
I didn't like this one. I liked the black and gray.
Oh,
I
yeah,
liked the
definitely.
black and purple, but I didn't care for this one.
Yeah, the black
This
and
wasn't
gray.
my least favorite, but I didn't like this one.
The black and gray, that's where it's at. You know, he had those cut off sleeves.
Mm-hmm.
They were like V's, you know. Gray gloves and just like choke people out and shit. I love that Undertaker. He did not lose a whole lot of matches with that gimmick. But like before 99, he didn't lose many matches, man. Like, period.
Mm-hmm. Baby.
I mean, I know he lost to Hogan in 91. I'm not gonna spoil it. I don't want to say who he lost this world title to. I don't want to spoil who wins the match. But then whenever he lost this world title, and I'm sure he lost other times, but I can't name one. So I don't know, man. Oh no, wait. He lost to Yokozuna at Royal Rumble 94. 3 matches. Yep. That's all I can name that he lost from like 1990 through 97. That's all I can name.
The only one that I remember beating the shit out of Taker was Mankind. Mankind used to beat the shit out of Taker. That's like the only one I remember. Oh, and Shawn.
Yeah.
Shawn did beat him at the Rumble.
Mm-hmm.
But it was never like he just lost. It was always like some interference type. Like for the Yokozuna one, it took like 20 motherfuckers to beat him down and put him in that casket.
Yeah. Man, that pissed me off so much. I was so sure. I mean, now I love Yokozuna, but back then I hated him. Like,
yeah,
I always wanted people to beat him for the belt, and I was so sure. I was like, the casket match. There's no way the Undertaker's losing to Yokozuna, and he lost. Because, like Switch said, like 20 dudes, I think it was like 12 dudes, but it felt like 20 dudes.
It was a lot of them.
Came in and beat up the Undertaker.
Double J, Diesel, the Head Shrinkers. Was Adam Bomb? No, Adam Bomb wasn't a heel at that
Might have been. Might have been.
There was a lot of people out there.
Quang the Ninja, I believe, was out there.
Yep.
If you remember him. Who I think was Savio Vega.
Savio Vega, yep.
Yeah.
It's not bad for too big for a big man. I thought this would be worse than I thought it was. It's not been that bad.
That's been good. All 3 matches have been good here.
Referee Tim White, one of my favorite refs. That was Andre the Giant's right-hand man right there.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. Everywhere Andre the Giant went, Tim White was with him.
I was reading Hogan's book about how he used to kind of help out Andre, and he would go get food for him, get beers for him and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
Just because he was trying to, like, Andre was the boss, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So this is before Hogan was big, and he would help Andre out because he wanted to get on his good side, and because he just said like life was really hard for him being that big, you know.
Yeah.
Just moving, getting somewhere, getting off the bus and getting into a store and moving through the aisles was tough for him, you know.
Yeah, Tim White had told a story in an interview. Andre was on a plane, couldn't fit in the bathroom. So they just put a bucket in the back of the plane, put some sheets up, and blocked him from everybody else, and Andre just let it rip.
Speaking of the bathroom, I hate to be too disgusting, but Hogan said that a lot of times, like the toilets weren't big enough for Andre. He said so. A lot of times, Andre would use the tub in a hotel room as the fucking toilet.
Damn,
Isn't that disgusting?
it is. But I mean, what you gonna do, man?
What's he gonna do? Yeah. Especially in Japan, where things are made for people being smaller. You know, nobody's his size in Japan, except maybe some sumo wrestlers, but they aren't, 7'8" or whatever.
Mm-mm.
And Hogan said one time, he said like the hardest he ever saw Andre laugh. Andre came and got him. They were staying in the same hotel, and Andre came and got him and was laughing and showed Hogan, and he had taken a big shit in the middle of the bed. And Andre thought it was like the funniest thing in the world. So I don't know. Hogan also said Andre would like a lot of times have like 2 and 3 chicks and take them back to the hotel. And he said Andre would like call me up in the middle of it just so I could hear them. And he's like, I don't know what Andre was doing to those girls, but it sounded like he was murdering them.
Bruh, there's so many stories with Andre out there, man, and we ain't even heard all of them. I'm telling you.
He was something. He was a different.
It was crazy.
He was a different guy. Yeah, the road was crazy back then, man. Just hearing all those stories, fucking nuts. Wrestlers lived like a totally different life than everybody else back then.
Yeah. It's nothing how it was back then now.
No. Yeah, I'll be right back.
Yep. Got Vader coming off the middle rope. Close on. Clothesline to the dead man. Y'all, I was kind of heartbroken when Paul Bearer had turned on Taker and joined Mankind. This was 97. So this is before Kane came. Paul Bearer was rocking out with Mankind and Vader at this time, I think. Yeah. I'm not too sure. Asa probably know, but I think Vader and Mankind, well, he was Cactus Jack back then, might have teamed up in WCW a couple times. I don't see why they wouldn't have. Be a crazy tag team. Oh, yeah, I forgot. This is the time when Taker was rocking the teardrop tattoo on his eye, under his eye. That was the thing back then. Oh man, I was so into that storyline too. Whole storyline at that time was that Undertaker had burnt down his parents' house, killed his parents, killed his brother. Paul Bearer witnessed it and got him out of there. The storyline back then was crazy. The build up for Kane's debut, one of the best debuts that WWE had did. Kane looked menacing. They had to get it right because this dude had been a Christmas Kringle and something. He had been a dentist in the beginning. Then he went to a fake diesel. They got it right with Kane though.
Mm-hmm. Christmas Crinkle?
Yeah, he would dress it as like a Christmas tree.
I know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
What was he called? He was called like...
I can't remember. It was something crazy.
It might have been like the Christmas Monster or something like that.
I can't remember. I just remember that outfit. He was like, his mama made that outfit for him. I was like, oh, wow. Literally looked like a Christmas tree.
Yeah.
This is probably
the Christmas Creature. That's what he was called.
Creature.
Christmas Creature. Yeah, Kane, his debut. Oh, low blow there. His debut, like Switch said, was so big, and he was so mysterious, you know.
Yeah.
And everybody, of course, wondered what he looked like under the mask. They never should have taken it off, if you ask me. They ruined that character when he started talking. I understand they did it so he could be more involved in storylines.
Mm-hmm.
I get that, so I could be wrong. Uh, but I thought it ruined the character. I keep the mask on. I never want to know what he looks like. I never want to know how burned up his face is, you know. And it turns out it's not burned at all. So fuck that. So why was he wearing the mask the whole time? Just because he was ugly? I don't know.
Psychological.
Yeah.
Oh, I got a fact for you about this match.
Okay.
So, Vader, JBL is an ass. Okay, JBL is an asshole.
Yeah.
Backstage, Vader told JBL about a spot in this match that he wanted to do. So you know how Vader would do the moonsault?
Yeah.
Off the top rope? He wanted Undertaker to catch him out of the moonsault and go into a tombstone. He told this to JBL. JBL knew the Undertaker was not going to go for that shit, but JBL told him, like, oh yeah, that's a great idea. You should go tell him. You should go tell him right now. Vader went over there, told Undertaker about this spot. Taker said he just got up. Undertaker got up and walked out. Didn't say nothing to him. Didn't say
that
nothing
wasn't
to him.
gonna happen. Oh.
But he seriously thought that Taker would be able to catch him out of that moonsault into a tombstone. Would have probably looked, if it's something that could have been pulled off, would have looked crazy. But come on now.
No way. Man, all three of these matches have been good. It's nice.
Yeah, all that complaining that I was talking about in the beginning with Taker and Big Man not being too good. This is an exception to the rule.
Mm-hmm. I think so, yeah.
I've only seen one little misfire from Vader on here, but
yeah,
you're gonna take this regular tombstone and call it a day. That's what you gonna do.
Hey, what's up, Steven?
What's up?
So for those of you just joining us, I think The Undertaker just won it. Yes, he did. For those of you just joining us, we're watching In Your House, Season 3, Episode 4. And we are 59 minutes and 16 seconds in. Yeah, it was a good match.
Glad they let Taker get the belt every once in a while. But I still feel like Taker was one of them characters that really didn't need the belt.
Right, exactly. Which I think Vince McMahon understood that and is why he gave it to him so little, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Like, it would do things for other guys, made them bigger, but, like, you couldn't make the Undertaker character any bigger. It didn't matter if he had the belt or not. He was imposing and rarely lost. In fact, him having to lose the belt is where he got several of his only losses, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Before he started losing more when he became the biker. But I'm telling you, before, like, 98, 99, he did not lose, man. He did not lose. Like I said, I can name 3 matches. That's it. Yokozuna lost to Hulk Hogan and lost to I think Shawn Michaels. I think he ended up losing this belt to Shawn Michaels. Let me see.
Yep. At the pay-per-view, I want to say the Royal Rumble. It's always the damn Royal Rumble. I think it was the Royal Rumble. Or it might have been that DX. It might have been that DX pay-per-view.
I'm looking it up in my handy
casket match.
2000 Wrestling Almanac and Book of Facts.
Oh, yeah.
Which has all the title changes and pay-per-view results and all that shit. Until 1999, at least. Okay, let's see. Taker lost it to Bret Hart, August 3rd.
Bret. Okay. Yeah, because DX not even formed yet.
Yeah, I'm not sure when DX formed. I know it was 97, So we know it wasn't July, so sometime between like August and November '97.
Look at how over they are in Canada. Well,
yeah, I'll be right back again while they do these entrances. So up next we got the main event already, and right now we're at 1 hour, 1 minute, 46 seconds. And we got Bret Hart, Owen Hart, Jim Neidhart, Davey Boy Smith, and Brian Pillman taking on Stone Cold, Gold Dust, the Legion of Doom, and Ken Shamrock. So this ought to be a good one. This will probably be the match of the night. I was pretty impressed with Taka and the Great Sasuke, but this may be the match of the night. But I know it's a good one. So all four of the matches on this show are good. And this is probably the fewest matches they've ever put on a pay-per-view. I bet you 4.
But remember, man, the In Your House ones was quick, man.
Yeah. But I mean, they usually wouldn't have like this with the package and the entrances. It's gonna be like 50 minutes long. So I'll be right back.
Yep. Stone Cold, Stone Cold. I'm going to. Stone Cold. LOD. Let's track that real quick. Let's track that. Gold Dust, the new TNT champion. $39. There goes that old 1980s promo style from the Road Warriors. Tell him, Hawk, wow? Is he going to give us a wow? Wow. Stone Cold ain't got to say a damn thing. Oh damn, we gotta hit the Canadian national anthem and everything. They really gave them a lot of time for this main event. Yeah, so for y'all that's in the chat, man, what's your favorite pay-per-view, or what was your favorite pay-per-view growing up? Mine has always been the Royal Rumble. You never know who's gonna pop up. So I've always loved the Royal Rumble. That's always been my favorite pay-per-view. As far as WWE, good harmony.
What'd you say your favorite pay-per-view was?
Royal Rumble.
That's what I thought you said. You like the Rumble?
Yep, I love it.
Me
to
too.
This day, I can go back. Like I can start from 1988 and just binge watch them. Like I've never seen them. I just love them.
Yeah, it's cool because I mean you get to see everybody. You know.
Mm-hmm.
It's like it's always a good time capsule for that year because pretty much everybody's on the show.
Yep. And then for nowadays, they kind of use the Rumble as like debuts or the big surprises and stuff. And I love seeing that. Like when AJ Styles it came in that Rumble, do you
That was
know
crazy,
how bananas I went?
Yeah, me too, man. I like the Rumble. My favorite. I'm gonna give the boring answer. I mean, it's WrestleMania. That's my favorite. Or at least when it was still one night, that was my favorite. One of my favorites used to be Survivor Series. I used to love the 4-on-4 and the 5-on-5 matches.
Yeah.
I really love that show. I don't like it now when it's like SmackDown versus Raw. Fuck, who cares?
When they started doing that, I was like, what is this? Like, they should have just changed to something else. Like, I appreciate the cage matches that they put at the end of the Survivor Series usually, but the way it was back in the day, each match 4-on-4, 4-on-4, and then at the end you would have the survivors of the heels against the survivors of the faces.
Yeah, they only did that 1 year. I thought
that was only one time. I felt like it did more than that.
1990 was the only year they did that,
and that was with Hawk and Warrior.
And
was it Sean?
Tito Santana.
Tito.
That's a good guess, though. That's a good guess.
The Sean was on Hogan's team a couple of times. That's why I thought.
Yeah. It was Hogan, Warrior, and Tito Santana versus maybe Ted DiBiase.
I know Ted was one of them. I can't remember who.
Maybe Rick Martel, the Barbarian. I got to look it up now.
Yeah. But yeah, that would be my second favorite pay-per-view of all time, Survivor Series. The old style ones.
Yeah.
And then third would be the old style King of the Rings, where you had like how they would go through the tournament in one night. It wouldn't be a tournament over 4 weeks and stuff. Nah, y'all, you're gonna have about 3 or 4 matches this night, and we're gonna see who's the best.
Yeah, I used to love that. I like tournaments though, but I used to love that show. It was the Survivor match at the end of Survivor Series 90 was Hogan, Santana, and the Ultimate Warrior versus Rick Martel, Paul Roma, Hercules, the Warlord, and Ted DiBiase.
Yeah, Ted was the only one I can remember from that.
Because Rick Martel's whole team, the Visionaries, which was Martel, Roma, Hercules, and the Warlord, they survived their match, all 4 of them.
Did they face Jake's team? Was that Jake the Snake's team?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, they beat Jake the Snake, Jimmy Snuka, and the Rockers.
Mm-hmm.
They wiped them out.
Look at this. You want to give them a timestamp?
Yeah. We are at 1 hour, 10 minutes, and 11 seconds. And we're watching In Your House, Season 3, Episode 4, Canadian Stampede. So on Peacock, you search IN-YO, I-N space Y-O, and click In Your House, and it's Season 3, Episode 4.
This song flew by, man.
Yeah, and once again, we're 1 hour, 10 minutes, and 36 seconds in. Yeah, we still got 38 minutes, but yeah, the show's gone by pretty quickly.
Look at Stu and Helen out there. Gosh, man, just think of all the people that came out of that dungeon, man.
Mm-hmm. And this, unlike the Survivor Series matches we were just talking about, this is not elimination. This is one fall.
Which, I honestly didn't understand the face team, why they threw them together out of all people.
Yeah, I don't know.
How did you feel about Ken Shamrock's run, man? or just him in general as a character in WWE?
I thought he was great.
Yeah,
I did. I really did. I thought he was underutilized, I'd say. I mean, he could have been a world champion, I think. I thought he was a great wrestler. I didn't like his, the snapping. That was his whole angle was he would like lose his mind and
yeah.
get super violent. I wasn't a big fan of that. They could have done something else with him. They didn't even need to do that. Just leave that off and, just have him who he is. But I thought he was great. Yeah, I really liked him. Not you?
It wasn't that I didn't like him. They didn't make me care for him.
Yeah, I can understand that.
They care for him back then. Yo, this was their WrestleMania, yo. The Hart Foundation.
Oh
this
yeah.
Was this was all their moment.
Mm-hmm.
Look at Davey Boy.
Davey Boy.
I like Davey Boy when he had the braids in.
Mm-hmm.
Braids.
That was another guy. We always talk about Johnny B. Bad, how we thought he was black. I used to think the British Bulldog was black.
Get the fuck out of here.
I really did, dude. When he had the braids.
He did have a mean tan too, though.
Yeah, I thought he was a black guy. I didn't know until several years ago. Well, many years ago, but I didn't know until after he was retired that he was a white dude.
Oh,
I had no idea.
Damn.
No idea.
Owen. Damn, man. It's junk. Sometimes watching some of these junks hurt, man.
Yeah.
All four of them guys ain't with us no more, man.
That's true. Yeah, only Brett is. Yeah, that's
sometimes watching these junks, it feel like it was just yesterday, man.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not gonna lie. I always wanted one of them daggone Hart Foundation jackets, the leather jackets.
Those are sweet. Yeah.
Yes. Like Brett had some bad jackets, man. I ain't like the ones back in the day that had like the shoulder
pads.
I didn't care for them ones, but the leather jackets, oh man. I used to think Brett was the coolest dude. His entrance music, the way. Don't nobody make that black and pink look good the way Brett does.
Mm-hmm.
The glasses, oh man, I wanted them glasses more. Yeah, I used to be so jealous of kids that he would give them glasses too, man.
Yeah, me too.
Really, I was a Bret Hart fan more than I was a Shawn Michaels fan before I became a Shawn Michaels fan. Like, it was all about Bret Hart for me. And then I think once I started really watching Shawn, I'm like, yo, I'm starting to like this dude. Even when he turned on Jannetty.
Yeah, two of the best. I mean, Bret Hart to me is number two. He's my second favorite, but I also think he's the second best.
Second best what?
Wrestler, just overall.
So who's number one?
Ric Flair.
No.
Yeah, all around.
Okay, all around. I'll give you
all
that.
Around.
I was about to say, you give me Bret Hart in the ring any day.
In the ring, Bret Hart I think is number one.
Yeah, but all around, because Bret did lack promo skills.
Yeah,
he lacked promo skills. He wasn't bad, but he wasn't the best. Although at this time period, Bret was tapping into something different when it came to that mic.
That's true.
I think it's because he had all his family around him. He just probably felt more comfortable.
That's a good point.
That was the whole reason for the glasses. The glasses was because it made him feel, when he first started doing wrestling, he would wear the glasses during his promos because it made him feel comfortable.
Mm-hmm. Have you read his book?
No, I haven't.
Dude, that's a great one.
I have the DVD set of The Best There Is, The Best There Was, and The Best There Ever Will Be, the 3-disc one. I do have that.
Oh, I need to get that. But man, his book, I would recommend it to you. I'd recommend it to anybody out there. It's called Hitman Hart, My Real Life in the Cartoon World of Wrestling.
Does it read like a woe is me?
No.
Okay, that's all that I'd be worried about with Bret, because like nowadays everything just be like woe is me, and it's like negative.
That's
so
true.
As long as it's not like that, I'm down for it. A
little, but not
I would
mostly.
expect a little, as long as most of it's not Yeah.
a little. I mean, it's long. It's like 600 some pages. It's a long book. But I tell you,
Did
I
it say
couldn't put
who
it
helped write
down.
them?
I think he had a ghostwriter. I'm not sure, but it sounds like him.
Okay.
Like I said, that's always what's important because Austin's book there, I read it and it
Didn't
didn't
sound
sound
like
like
him. Just
Austin.
words.
Not at all. Not at all. But
These people are
Hart's
still
book did. Yeah, Hart's book is so good. Like I could not put it down. If I had a free minute, I was reading it. That's how good it was. I read it quick, and like I said, it was like 600 some pages. I read it in like a week, and
oh shit.
yeah,
You
usually it
binge
takes.
read.
I binge read it. Yeah, it's great, man. Every page has another good story about some other wrestler or some match he had or something. He kept track of like all of his matches,
Mm-hmm.
and so he can go back and be like, yeah, it was March 1987, and I was fighting so and blah blah. I mean, it's a great book, very good. He does kind of get woe is me when he talks about his family because that family is like dysfunctional.
Yeah.
It was always like everybody except Owen and his wife were like dysfunctional because
Yep.
Bulldog and Neidhart were on drugs, and so their wives were always mad at him. And Brett's sisters were always mad for some reason, like they didn't have enough money or some shit.
Mm-hmm.
And just the only one who seemed not to cause a lot of trouble was Owen. So,
And he was the one that would get people in the shit.
right, yeah, that's true. Yeah, Owen
Yeah.
Hart was one of the most supposedly one of the most like one of the biggest practical jokers in the locker room.
Mm-hmm.
His
For
fans are.
Pillman not to be a Hart, he sure did fit in with them.
Hmm. Yeah, I don't know how, but it worked.
It did.
Yeah, it worked. Oh, I think the only two Canadians on the team are Brett and Owen
Yeah.
because Pillman's from Cincinnati. I think
Yeah.
Neidhart is American, and then the Bulldog obviously is from England.
Yeah. I don't know where Neidhart from.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm not sure. Hmm. I feel like Chicago, but I don't know. Let me see. Tampa, Florida.
Tampa, Florida. Okay. Yeah, crowd love these guys. Like Brett was like Ali in Canada at one point.
Yeah. Well, people related to him. And I'm sure a lot of these people, I mean, it's Calgary. I'm sure a lot of these people saw him on well, maybe not a lot, but I'm sure some of these people saw him on the Indies. He used to wrestle, his dad used to run Stampede Wrestling in
Yep.
Calgary, and that's where Brett got his start. That's where Owen got his start, of course, as well.
Yeah, you had Brett, you had Owen, he had Dynamite Kid,
Mhm.
who else he had up there?
Bad News Brown.
Yeah, Bad News. I was about to say it was another black he had up there. It was Bad News. Yeah,
Mhm.
like Stu had some stuff, but before I think he sold Stampede to Vince too, didn't he?
I believe it did. Yep. I believe so. Sold it to somebody. I think it was Vince. I'm pretty sure it was Vince. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Pretty sure.
Because I think the whole Brett, Anvil, and the Bulldogs was like part of the deal. Like you have to put them, make sure that these guys are taken care of. If you're going to buy, if I sell this to you. If I do recall, that's what he was saying in on DVD.
Okay. Yeah, and of course we got Pillman versus Austin, the Hollywood Blondes fighting each other again. We hadn't seen them in the ring with each other yet, but hopefully we will.
I was praying for a reunion with them too, just to tag once in WWE.
Yeah. One of the best tag teams ever. Kind of short lived, but still did
Yeah.
enough to for me to call them one of the best. Definitely.
You know, I didn't think about this till years later. I feel like Vince had a problem with putting over people that wasn't homegrown, because he did
Oh yeah.
LOD kind of dirty too.
Oh, definitely. Yeah, definitely.
The Steiners,
Vader,
Vader, yeah.
Sting.
If they weren't homegrown, he wasn't really trying to do too much. Not let them get a whole lot of spotlight. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, man.
How you get Dusty Rhodes and throw him in polka dots?
Yeah.
From where he came from.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that was one of the all-time dumbest and strangest things was Vince put Dusty in polka dots. But he did get that awesome theme song, Common Man Boogie.
Oh yeah.
You remember that?
Yeah.
He's just a common man, working hard with his hands.
That was my John. Mama loved her some Dusty. She the one that she put me on the Dusty too. Mama
I didn't
grew up with
like
all
him
that.
when I was a kid, honestly, because you look at him and he's just fat.
Yeah.
Like that's all I thought of when I was a kid. But the older I got, the more I appreciated him and how good he was. You know.
I didn't appreciate him until I went back and watched some of the old stuff before he became W. Because I got introduced to Dusty with the polka dots. That was the Dusty I knew. I didn't know about Dusty before that.
Oh yeah. That was in his prime in the NWA days.
Yeah.
No, he's great.
To watch them matches with him and Flair. Ooh, child.
That's hard times, Daddy.
Probably one of the best promo persons ever.
And they said you ain't got no job no more. You've been replaced by a computer. That's hard times.
Go ahead, man. You got that one. You got that one.
Yeah, the Rhodes. I mean, it goes without saying, one of the best families in wrestling. I mean, Dustin, and Cody. I mean, shit.
Yeah. Dustin at 50-something just got the TNT championship that I did not see coming.
Nope. I don't think anybody did. I think everybody thought Kyle Fletcher was winning that match, you know?
Hands down.
Yeah.
I like that little pivot though.
Yeah.
Keep me on my toe. Like, man, AEW is they rocking right now. I don't care what anybody say.
I agree. Yeah. I missed the show last night, so no spoilers. I'm gonna watch it tomorrow, I think.
Gotcha.
Yeah, we're just doing moving stuff. So yeah, that's everybody. That's why we didn't do AEW Weekly last night or an AEW Dynamite watch along. We're doing moving stuff, but it was on the schedule. Hopefully, you saw it wasn't scheduled for last night.
You know, speaking of moving, I checked on Dylan. This morning I checked on Dylan.
What'd he say?
He doing all right, getting himself settled and stuff.
I gotta talk to him. I haven't talked to him in like 2 weeks. I gotta talk to him. North Carolina.
I told him he got to make a dead go guest appearance one day. I don't care how you make it happen, but he's gonna have to.
Definitely. Maybe we could do like a show about movies or something one day. You know, something like horror movies or something like that. Do something to get him back on the podcast.
Motivated.
Do what?
So do something to get him motivated.
Yeah. But he's got his hands full now, getting settled and starting. He's still working for Coke, but he's working down here now, obviously, and
Yeah, and that job is a bit much too. It
Yeah,
can
man.
be.
I couldn't do that. Like literally, I couldn't do it. My back, I couldn't do that. Getting settled with his woman.
People don't know how good Owen was, man.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes it's hard coming after a sibling like that with certain things, whether it be wrestling, basketball, football. Being that next up, it's
Yeah.
hard to follow sometimes, but
Mm.
he did a hell of a job, man.
He did it well, yeah. He should have won the world title from Brett in 1994.
And if not then, he should have had a better feud with Sean when he came back and got it
Yeah.
off of Sean.
Yeah. But he should have been world champion, if you ask me.
Yeah.
At least one time. Oh, there's Bruce Hart in the front row interfering. Saw him wrestle in the WWF one time in Survivor Series 1993.
Yep, and then Vince said he could not work with him.
It was
Because
Brett.
he wanted to book, he wanted to do it this way, that way. And he was like, look, Bruce, I'm just not with that shit.
Yeah, he wanted to be a booker big time. I think he would book Stampede Wrestling, but I think that's as high as he ever got in terms of booking. Speaking of Owen, I saw something yesterday that reminded me, he was in WCW for just a couple months, like 3 months or 4 months or something like that.
Really?
I think like 1991 or thereabouts.
As Owen?
As Owen, I think that he was known as Owen Hart. I would look it up right now, but I don't have a computer.
Wow.
I think he was Owen Hart. I could be wrong about that, but I'm sure he was in WCW. Not long at all. Was never on a pay-per-view for them. I know that. But he was there. He was there.
That's crazy.
Yeah. Never think about that. Austin's got Pillman's ass out.
Yep. Steven said Owen did have a short time in WCW, known as Owen Hart.
Yep. Okay. Thank you, Steven.
That's crazy. I did not know that.
It was before he went to WWF and became High Energy with Coco Beware.
Did he come in as High Energy first or as the Blue Blazer?
I don't think so. I think he was Blue Blazer first, I believe. Because he was the Blue Blazer at WrestleMania 5 in 1989.
Yeah.
And High Energy wasn't until like 92, I think.
I did like High Energy.
Oh. Yeah, yeah. They had the hammer pants.
Yep. Checkerboards.
Yep. They had checkerboard hammer pants and a parrot. And what more do you need, man?
And suspenders.
Yeah, and suspenders. Oh my God. They might have looked cool if they didn't have the suspenders.
Man, I don't know. But they could show enough go.
Mm-hmm. Coco Beware is going to be at WrestleCade in Winston-Salem this November.
Coco be everywhere.
I'm going to meet him. He wasn't there last year because I would have met him. But this year he is. I'm going to meet him. Eric Bischoff, RVD, Coco Beware. Those are some of the top guys on my list. Maybe Nick Wayne, maybe. I don't know. Tully Blanchard is going to be there. I'm going to meet him.
Tully, that's what's up.
I think those are my top picks because you can't pay for everybody. You got to pay for every individual person,
Uh-huh.
So you can't do everybody. We went last year and spent way more money than we should have.
Nick Wayne is gonna be something else. I'm telling you, man. That boy,
Definitely.
he's gonna be something.
Mm-hmm. I totally agree. I've been singing his praises since he came in.
I think that whole run he had with Christian really helped.
I'm sure, yeah. I'm sure Christian taught him a lot too, you know?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yeah. Randy, they say his dad was a wrestler too, though, right?
Yeah, but Sergeant Buddy Lee Parker in WCW.
Whoa. Wait, was Nick Wayne's dad?
Yeah.
I didn't know that was okay.
Yeah.
Wow. Yeah, you know all the people he trained over there at WCW at that power plant.
I'm pretty sure that was his dad. I'm pretty sure. Pretty sure. And Steven says, funny, Coco has pants up to his chest.
Yeah, he did.
Yeah.
Used to have the Jones hiked
up
up. He would
there.
hike them up too.
Yeah.
Yo, this crowd has been so alive for this match.
Mm-hmm. It's been a good one. I liked seeing Austin versus Pillman a lot.
Loose cannon.
Brian Pillman would be dead within a year of this.
Yeah. He had a rough last few years. First, that accident that really, he was never really the same like he was in WCW.
Mm-hmm.
Like he was really flying Brian in WCW, but after that daggone Jeep accident, he won't post to wrestle again.
Yeah. And then wrestling again just put him in more pain, you know?
Yeah.
So probably not smart.
But what you gonna do, man? All you've known is wrestling. That's all you want to do.
Exactly.
Some people just be like, yo, I gotta do what I gotta do to make it, man. It's what I know how to do.
And he was an NFL player for a short while
Mm-hmm.
for the Cincinnati Bengals. I forget what position he played, but he played for him.
Nose guard.
Oh, okay.
Nose guard. Yeah, and that was crazy because he wasn't tall, but he was still kind of built, but he wasn't as tall as you would think he would need to be for. He's not as tall as most nose guards was back then.
Mm-hmm. You excited for the NFL coming up?
I will be once we get Terry McCullough's signed. It's I swear the stuff that the Redskins do. Why not pay the guy that has been loyal to your franchise, has the most receiving yards? It just
yeah.
I'm looking at Max Johnson like, come on now, just pay this dude that money. You see him and Jaden Daniels got a good connection. This boy, Jaden Daniels, a rookie, he needs that guy. I don't care that we got Debo. Terry was there first.
You said Magic Johnson?
Yeah, he's part owner of the Commanders.
The Commanders.
With the guy that owns the Sixers.
Oh, I had no idea.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Gosh, all these guys look in great shape at the time. Even Neidhart. This was the size that I like to see Neidhart at.
Yeah, he looked in better shape than usual. Yeah.
Yeah, this Neidhart, he just reminded me of a little just big old bulldozer.
Yep. Goldust doing his thing. So who's probably on drugs in this match? Goldust, Davey Boy Smith,
Hawk.
Jim Neidhart, Brian Pillman,
Hawk.
Yep. So half the guys in the match.
Yeah.
That's a shame. Yeah, Hawk, Bret Hart in his book said, he would see Hawk just like put a fucking like handful of pills in his mouth and just pop them right before his match, you know?
Mm-hmm. And go.
But like sedatives, you know, he was like, I don't know how he didn't fall asleep. But then he goes out with all this energy, you know?
Mm-hmm. What a rush. That's why he always said, what a rush.
What a rush.
Tell him, Hawk. Well.
Stone Cold coming back. Yeah, Road Warriors, my pick for the best tag team of all time.
Bro, that is probably one of the hardest things for me to pick.
Yeah.
Because I could give you like a top 4, and then I'd be like, oh, fuck, damn. What about this team, that team?
Mm-hmm. I would say Road Warriors, Tully Blanchard and Arn Anderson. From there, I don't know. It's tough, man. Maybe I would put RVD and Sabu up there.
Hardys.
Probably the Hardys would be in the top 10 for sure. I don't know where I'd go from there. Maybe Hollywood Blondes, 4th.
Yeah, see, they would really, they'll still be in my top 4.
They weren't together for too long, but Omega and Hangman Page were the tag team champions.
Yeah, they were.
I'd put them pretty high. They'd
But
be in
shit,
top.
if you're gonna say them, then as much as I hate to say it, you gotta say the Bucks.
They'd be up there, yeah, definitely. See, I like the Bucks.
A lot of people don't like the Bucks.
I know. Here's Steven says, speaking of Neidhart, Natalia is wrestling Masha Slamovich on Bloodsport August 2nd, same day as SummerSlam Day 1. Oh, I'm surprised they let her.
Natalia's been doing a lot of stuff lately, just not in WWE, like on WWE TV.
Mm-hmm. That Bloodsport, is that where it's like part real, or is that right?
What's that?
Bloodsport?
That's the name of the event, I think.
I think that's the company. I could be wrong though. I think somebody was telling me about that, where it's like work shoot wrestling. You know what I mean?
Oh, okay.
I think that's the name of the company. Steven, let us know. What is that, the name of the company or the event? I swear it's somebody, because I was saying we might check it out. So,
GCW Bloodsport?
Oh, GCW is the name of the company. My bad. Somebody was telling me about some company where it's like a work shoot, where it's like part real. I don't know what company they were talking about now.
Well, I know Eric Bischoff and Hogan's supposed to be doing that real
Not
American.
that, there's some other thing.
Oh yeah, I agree, Steven. That whole thing they did and at that time Hawk was really going through fucking stuff with his addictions and stuff, and then they threw that shit on TV. Like, I like draws. I love draws back in the day, but I didn't want you can't throw just anybody in LOD. Then they had that other guy hiding right, trying to replace Hawk after he was gone. Like, some stuff you just need to let it go.
Yeah, Steven said terrible storyline. Animal teaming with Draws, Hawk without makeup, not all there. Yeah, where he was drunk and whatever else. And remember, Draws pushed him off the top of the Titantron. You remember that? And they said Draws tried to kill Hawk, and yeah, it was. I don't like things like that where they take guys' real life, substance abuse and make it the part of the story.
Yeah.
I don't know who, because the whole thing is supposed to entertain. And I don't know who that entertains,
It entertained Vince.
Yeah, exactly.
It entertained Vince. That's what it did.
Yeah, that's sick. Steven says Josh Bartnett in charge of the event. And said maybe that's what I was thinking of. Maybe it is Wrestling Without Ropes. I think that's what I was thinking of. So it's not like part real. It's just without ropes.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I was thinking of.
Match is over.
And I think the Hart Foundation just won.
Yep, they pinned Austin. Wow, Austin took the pin.
Yeah. Owen pinned Austin.
Look at the squabble. All the Hearts getting some shots in.
Mhm.
All the Bruce like, I'm gonna get my TV time.
Steven said, typical Vince idea. Yeah.
Yeah. Vince booked for his entertainment.
Yeah. He really got off on making people look bad like that, like he would do with Hulk or Jeff Hardy.
Because you got to remember back when Vince was in charge, Vince literally had the final word of what was going to be seen on that TV.
Yep. And for years, he did a great job. I mean, he's one of the best promoters of all time, if not the best. You know, for years he did a great job, and then just really in the last 5 years of his run, he just really was not good at booking anymore. I don't think.
He lost the connection.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I mean he's old. How old is he? 80?
Something like that.
How old is he? So. Yeah, it's hard for an 80-year-old billionaire to be in touch with like what's what people want.
That's why I said, like, at that age, it's important with who you surround yourself around.
Right. Right.
Look at the Hart Foundation.
You got to win.
Good times.
You think Brett was really seeing Sonny?
Yes, I do.
You do?
I do. He writes in his book. He doesn't write about Sonny, but he writes in his book about how he used to cheat on his wife all the time.
Oh, look, Stone Cold, what are you doing? He don't care. They're gonna beat your ass. Get out of there, Stone Cold.
I was surprised he put all that in his book, but yeah, he used to cheat on his wife all the time.
That's crazy, man. I don't see Brett as a cheater.
I know he seems like such a good guy,
Excellent execution. I don't see him as a cheater.
Yeah, serial cheater, serial fornicator. And Steven says, what were you saying?
I was just commenting. Go ahead, read Steven. I was just commenting on what Steven just said.
Oh, Steven said, funny, Brett went off about Goldberg on social media. Yeah, what were you going to say, Switch?
Yeah, I don't think Brett will ever let that go with Goldberg, ever.
Mm-mm. Well, what we got to remember now, Austin is in handcuffs.
Yeah.
What we got to remember now is Bret Hart, he's had a stroke or several, I'm not sure. I know he had a big one.
I know of 2 that he's had.
Oh, wow. And that affects your personality, So I think a lot of his negativity nowadays is because the strokes changed his personality, So I think people need to just realize, and that the concussion that he had,
Yeah.
concussions.
Man, I understand. I understand why he's bitter, but at this point now, it's like it's probably hurting you more holding on to that.
Yeah.
For so fucking long, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, you got to let go of bad shit. Some shit you can't, but that, like just an accident, you got to let go of it. You got to, or it'll eat away at you. You can't hold grudges. Obviously there's some things where you should hold a grudge.
Yeah.
But most things in life you don't need to hold a grudge. It's like Switch said, it's going to affect you more than them. Just get your revenge by living a good life. By being happy, by letting that shit go. That's my advice.
Yep.
Steven says, stupid Goldberg running his mouth, saying he didn't like how WWE handled his last match. Unreal.
I think he's mad because they cut his speech off at the end.
I think he was mad about that, yeah.
They cut that show. I was like, damn, wow.
Hey, I was going to watch that match.
That could be a question Tuesday. If anybody would know, he was there. Cat was there.
Oh, that's true. I can't believe that, dude.
Cat was there. He walked Goldberg out.
I can't believe that.
Doug Dillinger. Yeah.
I can't believe that. That's crazy. Out of all the people, you know?
If y'all look close in the ring, you can see a young Tyson Kidd and a young Davey Boy Smith Jr.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Can't remember if Natalya was around at that time.
I don't know how long she had to be. This is 07, 17. Yeah, this is 28 years ago.
That boy don't look like his daddy. Yep, that's Tyson in the black. And Little Bulldog. So is Tyson Kidd a heart, or is he just like with the family? Just was always around the family.
I thought he was a Hart.
Okay.
Like, I don't know if that's his last name, but I think he's related to the family, I think.
Okay. I like Tyson Kidd, man. I was upset
sure.
when he had that injury, man, because Tyson Kidd was good.
I haven't seen him a lot. Steven says Doug Dillinger, Ernest the Cat Miller, Josh Barnett walking with Goldberg.
Yeah,
and so for those of you out there, if you don't know yet, we're doing an interview. Switch and I are interviewing Ernest the Cat Miller Tuesday at 7 p.m. Somehow Switch got him to agree to come on our show. And so we're gonna ask him some questions and have a good time. Tuesday, 7 p.m. And come in the chat, and we'll ask him some of your questions too.
Yep.
So
Somebody call my mama.
Play my James Brown music.
Bro, I just want to see him dance, man. That's all I ever wanted to see him do when he was in WCW. Boy, hit that dance, I'm good to go. Them daggone red shoes. Couldn't tell the cat nothing.
All right, let's do our thing.
That took it back for me.
That was a good show.
WWF. Kudos.
Steven said Goldberg's son is going to play linebacker for Dion in Colorado. Oh, that's cool. I didn't know all that.
Yeah, matter of fact, Goldberg did go there last year to talk to Dion and stuff. So yeah, I think him and Goldberg played together a little bit when he was in Atlanta. Dion and Goldberg, I think they played a little bit when he was with the Falcons. You know, Goldberg played for the Falcons too.
Dion's been doing pretty well, right?
Yeah. He's been rocking it over there. I don't keep up with the college football, but I do watch Colorado games only because of Dion.
I like Dion. Anybody that can do baseball and football, man, that's crazy.
Bo Jackson. I thought Bo Jackson was the best at it, though.
Oh, definitely. Hell yeah. Man, Bo Jackson was something. He was like a superhero when we were kids, man.
Yeah.
I mean, he was better at football, but he was really good at baseball. People forget how good he was at baseball. Yeah, it doesn't get mentioned enough.
Hey, bro, do you remember the cartoon from back in the day?
Super Pros.
Yeah, yes, Pro Stars. Wayne
Gretzky,
Michael Jordan, and Bo Jackson.
I was just thinking about it when I said superhero.
Look, and that was the only time I used to watch hockey. I would only watch hockey if there was a Wayne Gretzky game. That was the only way I watched hockey.
That show was a lot of fun. Yeah, I loved it.
Yeah, it was.
I don't know if it would hold up going back and looking at it, but I loved it then.
It probably wouldn't, man. It probably wouldn't. Some shows from back then still hits for me because, like, I still watch the Beetlejuice cartoons.
Oh, yeah, we got that. Beetlejuice, The Real Ghostbusters is still really good.
Yep. See, what you need to do is get one of those them antennas, the HD antennas. They have this, they put this channel on earlier this year called Me TV Tunes. 24 hours of all the old cartoons that we grew up with. My mama made me hook it up to hers, and I was like, hold on, this what? You got the Flintstone Kids, Beetlejuice, the old Superman, the old Justice League Jones. So I went and bought me one of them antennas, and I just have it for that channel. Because that's the only way you can get it.
Remember the Scooby-Doo show that was on when we were kids?
All right, so full disclosure, y'all. I have a thing that I have to go to sleep to something every night
Me
or
too.
listening to something on TV, I literally watch or listen to Where Are You, Scooby Doo every night.
That's a good one.
Every night. Season 1, season 2. I just let it play through the whole night. I have this headband that has earbuds in it. It's like a sleep mask and it's Bluetooth. And yeah, I watch Scooby Doo. It's either Scooby Doo, South Park, or y'all are gonna laugh. This is this goofy kid junk called Jeffy with puppets. Those are the you don't even look it up, okay? Because you'll be like, Switch, what the fuck is wrong with you? But those are the 3 things I go to sleep to: Scooby Doo, South Park, and Jeffy.
Our sleep show is Columbo.
Columbo. Oh man,
you ever seen Columbo?
Come on now, you know I've seen Columbo.
All right,
me
I
and
love
my mom would put me on those. Bro, if I was watching TV at night, I was with my mama. It would be Columbo. It would be the old Madlock. Some old baseball on white. It was white something. Can't remember what it was, but yeah, all that stuff. And then we switch over to I Dream of Jeannie and I Love Lucy, and then I can go to bed. After I watch I Love Lucy, I would go to bed. But yeah, all that stuff.
Yeah, Steven says Scooby Doo, Where Are You? Scooby Doo with celebrities. The one I was talking about was a pup named Scooby Doo.
I do watch the pup named Scooby Doo, but the celebrity ones, I love the celebrity one because Don Knotts on them Jones is funny as hell.
Yeah,
him and Dick Van Dyke.
We should just do a TV podcast one night.
Bro, we're gonna have to, man. We have everybody up in here. Steve, you got to come join us. You calling out some good jumps, man.
Or cartoons or something like that. That'd be fun. That'd be fun.
I think it's the music from the Scooby Doo. Where Are You? I love the music for it, man. It's just it's different.
Yeah.
But yeah, we done got all our subjects. Let's do the thing so you go
Let's
get you
do
some rest.
Yeah. So we always do the best match, worst match, and a rating for the show out of 5 bones. So Switch, go ahead.
All right, so for the Triple H versus Mankind, I gave that 3.5 bones out of 5. For the Taka and the Great Shakoski, I gave Sasuke. I gave that 4 bones out of 5. Taker versus Vader, I gave that 4 bones out of 5. And for our main event, Canada versus the US, basically, I gave that 5 bones out of 5. That was just because even the melee at the end, I just think it was more of a nostalgia thing for me, man. Seeing all the hearts together, I get emotional when I see a lot of the wrestlers that I grew up with that are not here with us. So a lot of times when it comes to our bones ratings and it's wrestlers that I liked growing up and they're not here, they might get an extra half a bone, maybe a whole bone. But for as far as worst match, man, it's hard, man. All the matches was good. I'm gonna go with Taker and Vader just because I did see Vader mess up one spot, and that's what I'm gonna go off of. My best match for me, of course, is the main event. You see the whole team. Overall, I give this pay-per-view I give it 4 bones. I give it 4 bones out of 5.
I rated things I think a little higher than you. Triple H and Mankind double DQ. I gave 4 bones. I thought it was really good until the finish.
I took a bone away because of the DQ.
Taka Michinoku lost to the Great Sasuke, who hit a suplex and pinned him. Gave that 4.5 bones. I really liked that match. Undertaker beat Vader with a tombstone pile driver. Gave that 4 bones. Undertaker kept the world title. And the main event, the Hart Foundation beat Austin Goldust, Shamrock, and the Legion of Doom when Owen pinned Austin. I gave that one 4.5 bones out of 5. So best match, I got to give the main event. Got to Hart Foundation winning, celebration in Canada. Worst match, I'm gonna give to Triple H and Mankind. And it was good. Like I gave it 4 bones. I'm just the least good match. Just because I really enjoyed Undertaker and Vader. Triple H and Mankind was good too, but basically I'm giving it worst match. Just the finish, the double DQ finish. I hate that. And rating for the show, I'm gonna give it 4.5 bones out of 5. I enjoyed everything. Everything was pulled off well, like I said, except that one move by Vader when he was
Yep.
trying to like reverse a tombstone or something.
That's what it looked like.
Yeah. But everything was good, man. I really enjoyed it. It was a blast from the past. You know, we almost never watch some of these WWF shows from this era. So it was fun to see.
Yeah, I kind of
Um,
almost forgot about the In Your House era.
yeah. So for Switch and I, that's a good night, but I'm gonna give you our schedule real quick. Monday night, 7:55, Switch and I do a show called Monday Night Russo, where we're going through the Vince Russo era of WCW. Monday at 7:55, we're watching WCW Thunder from November 4th, 1999. Um, Tuesday at 7 p.m., Switch and I have an interview with Ernest the Cat Miller from WCW and WWE. So definitely tune in for that and bring some questions, and we'll ask him some of your questions. Wednesday at 6, AEW Weekly with K Fabulous and I. We'll talk about Dynamite, talk about Collision, do our top 5 ratings, K Fabulous wrestling fashion do's and don'ts. We'll talk about the angles. We'll talk about everything AEW. That's 6 o'clock Wednesdays. 7:55 Wednesday, we're doing an AEW Dynamite watch along. And then next Thursday at 6:50, we always do retro watch alongs. Next week, we're either going to do a WCW Great American Bash or an ECW Heatwave event. I've not decided yet, but one of those two. And that schedule I just said is going to be up tonight on X. And you can see us on X at No Bones Wrestling. That's at No Bones RASSLIN. We're on YouTube, youtube.com/ at No Bones About Wrestling. We're on TikTok at No Bones About Wrestling, and I put stuff there I don't put anywhere else. And yeah, that's it. Like this, subscribe, so you can know when we're going live. And I try and keep that schedule so you can see when we're going live. But you should still like and subscribe. It helps us out. Looks good for YouTube. We're trying to get our viewership up, so definitely like, subscribe, share the show with friends. If you enjoy it, tell people. You know, these guys and gal do a good wrestling podcast. So, anyways, that's it. Switch, you got anything you want to say?
Nope, you done wrapped everything up the best way that you know how to do, man. Like he said, like, follow, subscribe, and please share to your wrestling friends and come and join some good wrestling talk.
Yep. And so we'll see you Monday at 7:55 for Monday Night Russo, WCW Thunder, November 1st, 1999.
Russo
Love each
era.
other. Love each other. Love yourselves. Use your turn signals.
Love, y'all. We holler at y'all.
See you,
All right, bro.
Switch.